Hello and welcome back, and I'm very excited because in this video I'm going to teach you how you make French dough using just ingredients from Tesco, instant yeast, and tap water, and all the other techniques. I'll show you how they pre-ferment the dough the night before and how you can turn your everyday oven into a professional steam oven to get that perfect rise and crust that you get in French bread. And also, this is one of two videos. In this video I'll show you how you use that dough to shape and bake a English Hovis style loaf, and in the next video we'll use exactly the same dough to shape and form the French pain rustique, the rustic French loaf. So loads to take in, loads of techniques, and I've tried to simplify it as much as possible. So please follow, ask any questions, and please subscribe to my channel. It costs you nothing and it really helps me out. So good luck, happy baking. Okay, so the first thing to do is pre-ferment half the overall amount of flour the day before and leave it to ferment overnight. It has a higher acidity level, so it makes the dough stronger and better quality. So this process now is just making the pre-ferment, 200 grams of water to 250 grams of flour. You can actually go 100% hydration if you want. You could just go 250 and then reduce your water level in the second section, but I found it easier to work with 200 grams of water in this and then 90 grams the next day. So next day, the pre-ferment has been souring all night. There it is. So we make a second mix of half the sachet of yeast, tip that in, then the remaining flour, water, salt, and mix that in to the pre-ferment. So we've now got 500 grams of flour in there in total, and everything else we would normally use to make a loaf of bread, but we've split it over 2 days. Okay, so knead it now using the French slap and fold, because that is the best way to form gluten. About 8 minutes is enough, and you will have a beautiful silky dough you can slap around the kitchen, leaving bits of pre-ferment lay all over the wall like I did, but never mind. And then the window pane effect to check the gluten is formed perfectly. There we go. So now just oil a bowl up and tip the dough in there so it doesn't stick to the bowl while it ferments. So the next section now is to prove the dough for about an hour until it's nearly doubled in size, nice and wobbly like that, yeah, like a blancmange. Flat the work surface and take it out, degas it by stretching it, and then we shape it for baking. And once we've shaped it and popped it into the tin, we're going to prove it for another about 45 minutes is enough, I'd say. Usually maybe an hour, but it's not like sourdough when you've got to wait a whole night for it to prove. That's why I just love making this bread much more at the moment. It's quick, it's not as heavy to eat either. Like sourdough's I find it quite tough to digest, you know. It sits in your stomach and you need a good lie down after a couple of slices of sourdough, but this is not quite like that. So now shaping it into a nice long, well, a thin baguette shape to pop into the tin and then prove. So yeah, a nice bit of tension in that. And then I'm just going to slide it across the work surface to get some surface tension. Absolutely leather it. I cannot tell you how much you need to leather this in flour and semolina to stop it sticking, because you're going to try and take it out of the tin halfway through the bake. And if it sticks to the tin at that point, you are in big trouble. There was a couple of takes before I did this one because it did stick and it made a right mess. Look, the bread is absolutely delicious anyway, and we're only talking about prizing it out with a metal spatula or something, but honestly, just leather it in flour and you should be absolutely fine. So score it up, pour a load of hot water into those baking hot trays beneath to create loads of steam, as they would do in a professional baking oven. And after about 5 minutes, reduce it from 230 to 180, and then after about 20 minutes, take it out of the tin, close the door back up, And then after 40 to 45 minutes in total, you are done. And look at it, absolutely stunning. But do not cut into it yet. Wait for it to cook and cool down inside. And as you can see, that is just like you would get from a baker's. Look at it, all cracks across the top and crusty. Oh my God, absolutely magnificent. Bit of butter, bit of pate. You're on to an absolute winner. You'll be the envy of all your friends. Not that they're allowed to come round, of course. Take care, stay safe. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and I will make more videos. Thank you. I love you. Bye.